The Center for AIDS Research is basically a program project grant that's given to the major AIDS research universities and medical schools in the United States. I think there's about 18 of them at any time, 16 to 18. And the focus is actually not direct research, but to benefit other people's research and to draw in people to doing AIDS research. So the developmental core, all of these CFARs have a developmental core, and the developmental core specifically gives out small grants to promising investigators. And when I originally wrote the grant, I had 4 goals. One is to identify promising young physicians and doctorates, PhDs, who were committed to HIV research and to help launch their careers, to mentor them until they receive the next level of grants, which is called a K award, and then on to an R01, to focus particularly on women and minorities, because I felt that there needed to be more women and minorities doing HIV research.
The HIV epidemic, there are those of us who have been around since the beginning of the epidemic. And the way in which we have reached the point where we're at today, where this is more like a chronic disease rather than something that would lead to death within a year, we've brought it to that point through the scientific research that's been done. And a lot of that research has been done right here in this country, and really important parts of it done right here at UNC.
So we've had a dramatic impact through research, legislation, and activism on what's happened in the HIV epidemic in terms of treatment, prevention, and how long patients are going to live.
In order to keep going, because we haven't ended this epidemic yet, we don't have a cure yet, we don't have a vaccine yet. We've made a lot of progress, but if we're going to end the epidemic, we need to continue funding our researchers. We need to make sure that the really bright, really hardworking, really innovative young investigators are going to be supported so that they can continue to do this work and help us not only come around the bend on where we are today, but actually bring us all the way to the finish line, bring us out of the dark tunnel and into the light so that we can see the end of the epidemic. We have to invest in new young researchers in order to see that.
And between our directors of these 8 cores and associate directors, we've had a lot of leadership turnover. We've been doing this almost 20 years. And we have 17 directors and associate directors. 9 of them are former developmental awardees. So we have played a role in advancing the careers of over half of the current CFAR leadership. And it's not that we are funding current leaders. We're funding them at the beginnings of their careers, and we're supporting them as they rise up.
On average, in the CFARs, putting $1 in would generate about $7 in new research monies for the new investigators. At the UNC CFAR, in that same time period, when we put in $1, we ended up getting about $16 back.
And a lot of these people who were just trainees are now assistant and associate professors, and now they're mentoring their trainees, which is what you want, passing it forward.